Hello, dear students and test takers. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to teach you all about future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tenses. These two subtenses are very important, not only for your competitive examinations, but also for the improvement of your spoken English skills. Therefore, I request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request you, if at all you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing it with your near and dear ones. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video. Future perfect tense, right? This is the third subtense under future tense, okay? And overall, we have got three main tenses: present tense, okay, past tense, right, future tense. We have three main tenses. Under each tense, we have four subtenses. For example, under present tense, simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Similarly, under past tense, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. And under future tense, simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, okay, future perfect continuous tense. In this way, under these three main tenses, we have 12 subtenses, okay. And about all these subtenses, under present tense, under past tense, I have under future tense about simple future and future continuous. I have so far dealt with in various videos, and this is going to be the last video on the tenses. So in this video, I am going to teach you all about future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. So these two things you are going to learn in this. They are very important, not only for your competitive examinations, but also for the improvement of your spoken English skills, right? And this is going to be the third subtense under future tense, right? And let us see its features. You know very well, every tense has got two features. What are they? Helping verbs and main verbs. We have to see both of them. And what are the features of the future perfect tense? Helping verbs are shall have and will have, and the main verb is what? Past participle form verb, that is nothing but the fourth form of the verb. And all of you know pretty well that each and every main verb has got four forms. What are they? Present tense form, present participle form, past tense form, past participle form. So in this way, each and every main verb has got four forms. And here, this fourth form verb, this is always used in the perfect tense. You know very well. In all the perfect tenses, you know, in the present perfect tense, in the past perfect tense, and in the future perfect tense, we use only this verb. Okay, and that's why past participle form of the verb, the fourth form of the verb, is used in the future perfect tense. Now, let us see the shape of this future perfect tense. If at all it is repeated with an example verb of drink, okay, let us see that how this is the shape of the future perfect tense if repeated with an example verb of drink. Okay, drink is the main verb, okay, and in this future perfect tense we use its past participle form verb, right? So drink, drinking, drank, and drunk. So this form verb is used here. I shall have drunk milk, and here we shall have drunk milk. So this is the shape. Now, if you have observed this shape of the tense, what do you understand from this? You understand that only in the first person singular and in the plural we find the helping verb shall have is used, and in all other persons will have, the helping verb will have is used. Okay, this is what you can find here. This is only shape of the future perfect tense. Now, what is the meaning of this future perfect tense? Let us see that here. I shall have drunk milk. What do you understand from that? Nenu palu tragi untanu. You know very well, earlier we have learned present perfect is there. I have drunk milk. This is I have drunk milk. This is present perfect tense. I had drunk milk. This is past perfect tense. What is the meaning of the present perfect tense? Nenu palu tragi unnanu. I had drunk milk means Nenu palu tragi untini. In the past tense, you find only untini, untini, something like that. In the present tense, you find only the endings unnanu, unnanu, something like that. I shall have drunk milk means nenu paalu tragi untanu. What do you understand from this? It does mean that you have drunk milk before some point of time in the future. That means some action. This is used for an action. No, this is the future. This is future time. So before this future time only, some action is completed to indicate this action happened or completed before some point of time in the future. We to indicate such actions we use only the future perfect tense. Okay, I shall have drink milk means nenu paalu tragi untanu. You have to use therefore here some what is that time expression. I shall have drunk milk by 8 o'clock in the morning. నేను ఉదయం 8 గంటల లోపు పాలు త్రాగి ఉంటాను. Generally this sentence is used with time expressions. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about those time expressions and all that, but here you just see only the meaning of this. I shall have drunk milk means నేను పాలు త్రాగి ఉంటాను in the future. ఒక సమయానికి ముందే ఆ పని జరిగి ముగిసిపోయింది. టు ఇండికేట్ సచ్ యాక్షన్స్ we use only future perfect tense. Okay, we shall have drunk milk. మేము పాలు త్రాగి ఉంటాము. He will have drunk milk. అతడు పాలు త్రాగి ఉంటాడు. They will have drunk milk. వారు పాలు త్రాగి ఉంటారు. So in this way you can take the meaning of this tense. Okay, and you can also replace this verb drunk by any number of verbs and any verb and repeat the meaning, repeat the tense along with its meaning, and you can get a wonderful English. So please make use of other verbs and repeat that. Okay, right. So this is the meaning of this, and now let us see the rule of this future perfect tense. That rule means where it is used, how it is used. That is only its rule. I have already told you here, but again in the second slide, I am going to tell you about that. What is the rule? This tense is used to talk about the actions that will be completed by a certain future time. By a certain future time. This is future. Okay, and before this future time only, if some action is completed, to indicate that action we have to use this future perfect tense. Okay, by a certain future time means before a certain future time. Before a certain future time, whatever may be the time here, before that only the action has been done, the action has been completed. Okay, to indicate such actions we use this future perfect tense. And by a certain future time means what? And that is to say before a certain point of time in the future. That is the meaning of this. By a certain future time means by means before here, before a certain point of time in the future. So to indicate such actions or to talk about such actions we use only this present perfect tense, right? And here I'll give you some examples to make you understand this. I shall have done my homework by 8 o'clock. See the time, future time, by 8 o'clock. 8 గంటల లోపల నేను హోంవర్క్ చేసి ఉంటాను. Sometimes you have to make such statements like this. 8 గంటల లోపు నేను అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ఫ్యూచర్ టైం. దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ప్రజెంట్ టైం బట్ దిస్ ఫ్యూచర్. రేపు 8 గంటల లోపు, మేబీ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫ్యూచర్, మేబీ టుమారో. బై 8 o'clock టుమారో ఐ షల్ హ్యావ్ డన్ మై హోంవర్క్. నేను నా యొక్క హోంవర్క్ను చేసి ఉంటాను. Beautiful meaning in Telugu, right? And here what is that? We shall have completed half the course by Christmas. క్రిస్మస్ లోపు మేము హాఫ్ ద కోర్స్, సగం కోర్సు కంప్లీట్ చేసి ఉంటాము. How beautiful the meaning is, right? They will have reached Hyderabad before it starts raining. వర్షం కురవడము, before it starts raining, it is indicating some time. Before it starts raining means వర్షం కురవడం మొదలు పెట్టడానికి ముందే మేము హైదరాబాద్ చేరుకొని ఉంటాము. అంతకంటే ముందే. This is the future time. Before that only this action is completed. This action is completed. This action is completed before this time, before this time, before this time, like that. Let us have one more example. She will have written the letter before he comes. This is the time. Before he comes, before this time only, she will have written the letter. అతడు రాకముందే ఆమె ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉంటది. She will have written the letter, right? And last example, by the end of this month, ఈ నెలాఖరికి ఈ నెల అయిపోయేసరికి, by the end of this month means ఈ నెల అయిపోయేసరికి, ఓకే, దే విల్ హ్యావ్ వర్క్డ్ హియర్ ఫర్ 5 years. వారు ఇక్కడ 5 సంవత్సరాలుగా పనిచేసి ఉంటారు. ఈ నెలాఖరికి, ఈ నెల చివరికి వారు 5 సంవత్సరాలుగా ఇక్కడ పనిచేసి ఉంటారు. సో to indicate such actions, we use only the future perfect tense. Very, very important, very, very interesting. With Telugu meaning, with meaning you practice all these things, and that meaning must be recorded in your mind. Whenever you want to say that, your mind will compose a beautiful sentence in that line, and it will make you speak out that sentence. This brain will make you speak out that sentence. So it will happen in a fraction of a second. Okay, right. Now let's go to the next slide. Note 1. This is very important. This tense is normally used in the following construction. In the following construction, this future perfect tense is used. How? Future perfect plus before plus simple present. Remember, from your competitive examinations point of view, this rule is very important. This future perfect tense is always used with before plus simple present. Before plus simple present. Before with a simple present. So this combination, this is very important. With that, this future perfect tense is used. Okay, here you pay attention. We shall have reached home before it starts raining. So this is before plus simple present. Before is there, simple present tense is there. Before it starts raining, varsham kuradam modalu kaaka munde, we shall have reached home. Mem intiki cherukoni untamu. So here it is future perfect, before and simple present, like that. Okay, I shall have finished my homework before the teacher comes. నేను నా హోంవర్క్ ముగించి ఉంటాను ఎప్పుడు? బిఫోర్ ద టీచర్ కమ్స్. సి, బిఫోర్ ప్లస్ సింపుల్ ప్రజెంట్. టీచర్ రాకముందే నేను నా యొక్క హోంవర్క్ చేసి ఉంటాను. హౌ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ద మీనింగ్ ఇస్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ద మీనింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బ్యాక్. టీచర్ రాక ముందే నేను హోంవర్క్ చేసి ఉంటాను, ముగించి ఉంటాను. One more example. They will have learned Spanish before they visit America. Before plus simple present. వారు అమెరికా సందర్శించక ముందే వాళ్ళు they will have learned Spanish. వాళ్ళు స్పానిష్ నేర్చుకొని ఉంటారు. How nice the meaning is, right? Okay, with the meaning you have to practice, please. Your English will be strengthened and invigorated. It will be strong. Right, you will have gone to Mumbai before Mohan arrives. So before plus again simple present. Before Mohan arrives means Mohan రాక ముందే you will have gone to Mumbai. నీవు ముంబైకి వెళ్ళి ఉంటావు. One more example here. She will have cooked biryani before her husband returns. Before plus simple present. ఆమె యొక్క హస్బెండ్ రాకమునిపే, ఇంటికి రాకమునిపే she will have cooked biryani. ఆమె బిర్యానీ వండి ఉంటుంది. ఆమె భర్త రాకముందే ఆమె వండి ఉంటుంది. So now is the last example here is given. He will have left for the USA before I go to see him. Before plus simple present. Okay, నేను అతన్ని చూడడానికి వెళ్ళడానికి ముందే, చూచుటకు వెళ్ళడానికి ముందే he will have left for the US. అతడు యుఎస్ఏకి వెళ్ళిపోయి ఉంటాడు. So in this way, this future perfect is generally means normally used along with the before plus simple present. This is the pattern. Very interesting pattern. Very, very important from your competitive examinations point of view. Please keep this point in your mind. And let us learn about the note 2 also. That's also very interesting. What? Note 2 is there. This tense is generally used in combination with by plus a future word. Remember, this future perfect tense is also used with by plus a future word. By plus a future word means by included with a future time. Right, and here you see that we shall have done our homework by tomorrow. By plus future word is there. Tomorrow is a future word. By tomorrow means రేపటిలోగా మేము మా యొక్క హోంవర్క్ ను చేసి ఉంటాం. So here this is very important. By plus a future word. Right. Similarly, she will have cooked dinner by 8:30 p.m. By 8:30 p.m. means 8:30 లోపే ఆమె డిన్నర్ వండి ఉంటది. Something like that. So it is the by plus a future word. Right, I shall have finished reading this book by next week. By plus future word. Next week is future word. By plus next week లోపు నేను ఈ యొక్క బుక్ ను చదవడం ముగించి ఉంటాను. Something like that. I'm giving the Telugu meaning for all the sentences because this subtense is very, very important. It will have stopped raining by tomorrow morning. So by plus a future word is here. By tomorrow morning. Repu udayamu varaku anta lopalaki it will have stopped raining. Varsham kurvadam agi untadi. We shall have been here for 20 years by next month. By next month lopala మేము ఇక్కడ 20 years నివసించి ఉంటాము. నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ లోపల మేము ఇక్కడ 20 years నివసించి ఉంటాం. We shall have been here. We shall have been means we shall have lived here for 20 years. Very, very interesting sentences. Examples are chosen like that for you. They will have saved 1 lakh by the end of this year. అంటే ఈ సంవత్సరాంతము లోగా వారు 1,00,000 రూపాయలను సేవ్ చేసి ఉంటారు. And here she will have arrived home by this time. ఈ సమయం లోపల ఆమె she will have arrived home. ఆమె ఇక్కడ ఇంటికి చేరి ఉంటది, వచ్చి ఉంటది. So in this way this future perfect tense is always used generally used with by plus a future word. It is also used with before plus simple present. That is one point. And the other point is by plus a future word. So with these two things this future perfect tense is used, and this is also a very, very important rule or note for your competitive examinations. Keep this point in your mind. Now let us go to the next point. Conjugation is there. This is a very, very important aspect while learning these tenses. Okay, the conjugation is very important because if you want to improve your spoken English skills, you must be thorough in the conjugation. Conjugation means what? Changing one kind of sentence into other kinds of sentences. Okay, for example, the assertive sentence. Assertive sentence means it's an ordinary sentence or a normal sentence. That is called an assertive sentence. You have to change it into an interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence means a question. And again, you have to change it into an affirmative sentence. Then you have to change it into affirmative sentence means S sentence. All S sentences are called affirmative sentences. Negative sentence means all no sentences are called negative sentences. And you have to change it into interrogative come negative sentence. So in this way, one sentence you have to change into other sentences. This you have to practice thoroughly. Okay, and if you can do that, what happens? You can achieve good command of these tenses, and your spoken English skills will be very much strengthened. I can say firmly that much. Okay, and here now let us go to the examples. Assertive sentence means normal sentence or simple sentence. I shall have written a letter. నేను ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉంటాను. That's the Telugu meaning of this sentence. Now let us change it into interrogative sentence. Okay, what is the helping verb here? Shall have is the helping verb, but the main helping verb is only the first one. Therefore, you put it at the beginning of the sentence and rewrite the remaining sentence, and then it will become a question. Shall I have written a letter? Remember, of these two parts of the helping verbs, the first one is only the real helping verb, not the other one. That's why we take only the first one as the helping verb, and that's why shall I have written a letter? నేను ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉంటానా? And if you say yes to this, that's called an affirmative sentence. Yes, I shall have written a letter. అవును నేను ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉంటాను. If you want to say no to that, then it becomes a negative sentence, and it always begins with no, and in that no sentence there must be not, and this not must be placed immediately after the helping verb. What is the helping verb here? Shall have these two parts. In this helping verb there are two parts, but the first part is only the main helping verb, and that's why this not should be used only beside this first part of the helping verb. I shall not have written a letter. నేను ఒక లెటర్ ను రాసి ఉండను. That is that. So here some in the competitive examination sometimes this not is placed somewhere else here. I shall have not written, something is given like that, but it is not so. You have to keep this not, this adverb immediately after the first part of the helping verb. Please keep this point in your mind. Shall I not have written a letter? నేను ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉండనా? I shall not have written a letter. నేను ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉండను. నేను ఒక లెటర్ను వ్రాసి ఉండనా? Short free, you can say shan't I. Shall plus not becomes shan't. Shan't I have written a letter? నేను ఒక లెటర్ రాసి ఉండనా? Something like this. Okay, and now let's go to learn another example. Second example, she will have prepared tea for us. ఆమె మా కోసం టీ తయారు చేసి ఉంటది. దట్ ఈస్ ద తెలుగు మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, రైట్. అండ్ ద విల్ షీ హ్యావ్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ టీ ఫర్ అస్, ఆమె మా కోసం టీ తయారు చేసి ఉంటదా, ఉంటది, ఉంటదా. రైజింగ్ ఇంటోనేషన్. అఫర్మేటివ్ సెంటెన్స్, ఎస్ షీ విల్ హ్యావ్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ టీ ఫర్ అస్, అవును ఆమె మా కోసం టీ తయారు చేసి ఉంటది. నెగటివ్ సెంటెన్స్, నో షీ విల్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ టీ ఫర్ అస్, లేదు ఆమె మా కోసం టీ తయారు చేసి ఉండదు, రైట్. ప్లీజ్ కీప్ దిస్ మీనింగ్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్. విల్ షీ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ టీ ఫర్ అస్, ఆమె మా కోసం టీ తయారు చేసి ఉండదా. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఉండదు, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఉండదా ఇన్ తెలుగు. ఓకే, అండ్ షార్ట్లీ, won't she, will not becomes won't. Okay, shall plus not shan't, will plus not won't she have prepared tea for us, ఆమె మా కోసం టీ తయారు చేసి ఉండదా. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ప్లీజ్ I am giving you the Telugu meaning very clearly. Please practice this conjugation using other verbs. Okay, as many verbs as you can. Please make use of other verbs and practice all these sentences along with their Telugu meaning or their meaning. Meaning is very important. Without meaning, if you practice, there will be no use at all. That's why you have to practice all these sentences with various verbs along with meaning. That's very important. Then your spoken English skills will be very much strengthened. I am damn sure about that. And now let's go to the last example. Right. Third example, assertive sentence. They will have plowed the fields. Varu polalanu dunni untaru. That's the Telugu. You can make use of any number of any verb and you can get the meaning in that line only. Okay, in that way, right. Varu tama tar polalan dunni untaru. Okay, and the question is, will they, interactive sentence, will they have plowed the fields? Varu polalan dunni untara. If you want to say yes, then you say yes, they will have plowed the fields. Avunu varu polalan dunni untaru. Negative statement, they will not have plowed the fields. Ledu వారు పొలాలను దున్ని ఉండరు, రైట్. అండ్ హియర్, విల్ దే నాట్ హ్యావ్ ప్లవ్డ్ ద ఫీల్డ్స్, వారు పొలాలను దున్ని ఉండరా, ఉండరు. క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్ ఉండరా, రైట్. అండ్ షార్ట్ ఫార్మ్ ఇస్ దేర్, విల్ ప్లస్ నాట్ వోంట్, ఆల్రెడీ యు నో దట్ వెర్. వోంట్ దే హ్యావ్ ప్లవ్డ్ ద ఫీల్డ్స్, వారు పొలాలను దున్ని ఉండరా. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద కాంజుగేషన్. ప్లీజ్ give top priority to the conjugation if at all you wish to improve your spoken English skills. Okay, you can speak wonderful English. Please don't depend on ready-made English. Ready-made English means, suppose you have learnt 50 sentences. Okay, 50 sentences means you can speak only those 50 sentences but not the 51st sentence. Can you speak the 51st sentence? No. So what all the ready-made sentences you learn, that sentences only you can speak and not any other sentence. And do you think that you are going to speak only those sentences? You have to speak only those sentences in your everyday life. Sometimes you have to speak other sentences also. Then what will be your fate then? Okay, how can you manage the things? Then that's why, please don't trust the ready-made English. Ready-made English is useful only to some extent, but this is grammatical. If you learn spoken English through grammar, that English will be perfect and strong, and it will come to your help in your difficulty. Okay, you can speak as many sentences as possible. There will be no difficulty at all because you have learnt it with interest. So that's why you keep all these things. If you can practice thoroughly well, all these things will be recorded in your mind, and whenever you want to say something like this, automatically your mind will frame a sentence like that and it will make you speak it out. That wonderful stamina this mind has. That's why please learn the spoken English skills, not the ready-made English. Okay, don't give importance to that. Now let's go to the next last subtense of the future tense. Okay, future perfect continuous tense. Okay, this is the last subtense under future tense, and let me tell you one very important thing about this future continuous things. This is not as frequently used subtense as other subtenses. Okay, this is generally not used very frequently. Anyway, let us give importance from the competitive examinations point of view. This future perfect continuous tense is very, very important. And let us see its features. What are its features? Shall have been, will have been, right? And main verb is ing form verb. You know very well. In all the continuous tenses, we use only the ing form verb. Ing form verb means, again you come to this point, each and every main verb has got 4 forms. present tense form, present participle form, past tense form, past participle form. This present participle form is nothing but the ing form verb. So we use only this in the continuous tense, in all the continuous tenses. Remember, not only in this continuous tense, but in all the continuous tenses. How many continuous tenses do we have on the whole? We have 6 continuous tenses. Okay, in the present tense, we have present continuous and present perfect continuous tense. In the past tense, past continuous, past perfect continuous. In the future tense, future continuous and future perfect continuous tense. In this way, we have 6 continuous tenses, and in all these continuous tenses, we use only the ing form verb. So it is a very strong rule. Please keep this point in your mind. And now let us see the shape of this future perfect continuous tense. If at all, if it is repeated, if at all, it is repeated with an example verb of drink. Okay. See, this is the shape of the future perfect continuous tense. Okay, right? And if you have observed this subtense, you find that in the first person singular and in the first person plural, we find the helping verb shall have been, and in all other persons, we find the helping verb will have been, right? You can watch it there. So this is the tense, the shape of the tense, right? Then what is the meaning of this? So let us see the meaning of this also. I shall have been drinking milk. నేను పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటాను. So you have to drag it. నేను పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటాను. And now let us just check the meaning of other perfect continuous tenses. First, let us see the present perfect continuous tense. What is that? I have been drinking milk. Okay, this is present perfect continuous tense. I have been drinking milk. Past perfect continuous tense, I had been drinking milk. Okay, this is that. So what this is, I shall have been drinking, this is future perfect continuous. So what is the meaning of present perfect continuous tense? I have been drinking milk means నేను పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉన్నాను. In the present tense, you find the endings like ఉన్నాను, ఉన్నాను, ఉన్నాను. ఉన్నాను means present tense. Okay. In the past perfect continuous tense, I had been drinking milk means నేను పాలు త్రాగుతూ ఉంటిని. In the past tense, what happens? You find the endings like untini. And annam tini untini. Untini. Tintune untini. So I had been drinking milk. Nepal trautune untini. And in the future tense, I shall have been drinking milk means Nepal trautune untanu. Unnanu, present perfect continuous. Untini, past perfect continuous tense. Untanu, future perfect continuous tense. Please keep this meaning in your mind. Nenu paalu tragutune untanu. Tragutune untanu means, what do you understand from this? You understand that you are saying that at some point of time in the future. This is future. Okay, at some point of time you say now you are here in the present tense, and you say now, well beforehand you say at this future time you will be doing some action, you will be continuing doing that, you will be continuing to do that some job. This action you are doing will be in progress. You keep doing something at this point of time in the future. This action, this thing, if you want to indicate now, you have to speak it only in the future perfect continuous tense. నేను పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటాను. ఎప్పుడు? ఫ్యూచర్లో రేపు 10 గంటలకు నేను తాగుతూనే ఉంటాను. అప్పుడు 8 గంటలకు తాగుతూనే ఉంటాను. In the future time, in the future, at one particular time, what action you have been doing, if you want to tell about that action now itself, what happens now? You have to speak it only in the future perfect continuous tense only. So I shall have been drinking milk. నేను పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటాను. We shall have been drinking milk. మేము పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటాం. He will have been drinking milk. అతడు పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటాడు. They will have been drinking milk. వారు పాలు త్రాగుతూనే ఉంటారు. See the Telugu meaning of this. Learn it through your mother tongue. You can learn wonderful English. Okay, learn some foreign language through your mother tongue, and you can learn it wonderfully well. Don't worry about that. So this is the meaning of this, and now we are going to see the rule of this future perfect continuous tense. I have already told you this tense is not very commonly used. It's not a very commonly used subtense. Okay, keep this point in your mind. Now let's go to the next slide. Rule is there. This tense is used for an action which is in progress over a period of time and ends in the future. Over a period of time in the future. It indicates or it talks about an action which is in progress over a period of time in the future and ends in the future. This is, we are in the present time and this is the future time. Okay, and now we start doing some action, and this action will be in progress over a period of time. For a long time it will be continuing like that. It will be continuing. You have started doing that action, it will be in progress, it will be continuing. Okay, to indicate such action now, this future continuing action, now you have to use this subtense, present, future perfect continuous tense. That's why this tense is used for an action. What kind of action? Which is in progress. When? How long? Over a period of time in the future. Over a period of time in the future and ends in the future, and that ends only in the future. It begins in the future, it continues in the future, it ends in the future. All these three things will happen only in the future. And now I'll give you some examples to make you understand this. I shall have been writing the examination by this time next Monday. You see, I shall have been writing the examination by this time next Monday. Next Monday ఈ సమయానికి, నెక్స్ట్ మండే ఈ సమయానికి నేను ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తూనే ఉంటాను. రాయడం మొదలు పెడతావు, రాస్తూనే ఉంటావు. కాబట్టి దట్ యాక్షన్ నౌ ఓన్లీ యు ఆర్ టెలింగ్ మీ, దట్ యాక్షన్ యు ఆర్ టెలింగ్ మీ నౌ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. నెక్స్ట్ మండే బై దిస్ టైం, అరే వచ్చే మండే ఈ పాటికి, ఈ సమయానికి నేను ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తూనే ఉంటాను. హౌ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ద మీనింగ్. When you want to speak such sentences, you have to take the help of this future perfect continuous tense only. Right. Okay, right. And then comes, we shall have been living in Hyderabad for 20 years by the end of this year. ఈ సంవత్సరాంతానికి మేము హైదరాబాద్లో 20 సంవత్సరాలుగా నివసిస్తూనే ఉంటాం. ఈ సంవత్సరపు అంతానికి అంటే ఈ డిసెంబర్కి మేము ఈ హైదరాబాద్లో 20 సంవత్సరాలుగా నివసిస్తూనే ఉంటాం. నివసించడం మొదలు పెట్టావు, నివసిస్తున్నావు. 20 years have passed by, still you are నివసిస్తున్నావు. You are just living there. They will have been making preparations for the marriage 2 months. 2 నెలలుగా వారు పెళ్లి ఏర్పాట్లను చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. వారు పెళ్లి ఏర్పాట్లు మొదలు పెడతారు, ఫ్యూచర్లో చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. 2 నెలలుగా చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. సో వెల్ బిఫోర్ హ్యాండ్ యు ఆర్ టెలింగ్ us this. లాస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, బై నెక్స్ట్ మార్చ్, వచ్చే మార్చి నెలలోపు యు విల్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ కంప్లీటింగ్ 30 years of service. వచ్చే మార్చి నెలాఖరికి నేను 30 సంవత్సరాల సర్వీసును పూర్తి చేసుకుంటూనే ఉంటాను. he will have been completing, అతడు కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుంటూనే ఉంటాడు. So here these are the examples, and this tense is used to indicate an action which is in progress over a period of time in the future and ends only in the future, right? And now let's go to learn about other rules. Note 1 is there. This tense is also generally used in the following construction. Just like future perfect tense is used in the following construction, this future perfect continuous tense is also used generally in the following. What is that following construction? Future perfect continuous tense, for plus period of time, when plus simple present tense. So future perfect tense plus for plus period of time plus when plus simple present tense. So this is the pattern from the examination point of view. Very, very important. Please keep this rule in your mind. It is future perfect continuous is always followed by for plus period of time plus when plus simple present tense. Please keep these things in your mind. How? They will have been playing football in that ground for 2 hours. Future perfect continuous tense for plus period of time when you join them. When plus simple future. నీవు వారిని జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు అప్పటికే 2 గంటలుగా వారు ఫుట్బాల్ను ఆడుతూనే ఉంటారు. హౌ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ద మీనింగ్ ఇస్. అండ్ మీనింగ్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అర్థం లేని చదువు వ్యర్థం. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్, ఇస్ జస్ట్ మీనింగ్లెస్. It is just trash. That's why please learn it with meaning. Okay, the poet will have been writing a romantic poem for an hour when the program begins. Program మొదలైనప్పుడు అప్పటికే 1 గంట పాటుగా అతడు రొమాంటిక్ పోయంను రాస్తూనే ఉంటాడు. And then comes, I shall have been helping Ravi do the homework for half an hour when the class starts. క్లాస్ మొదలయ్యేసరికి మొదలైనప్పుడు అప్పటికి హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్గా రవి నేను రవికి హోంవర్క్ చేయడంలో హెల్ప్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటాను. అండ్ హియర్ he will have been traveling around the world for 6 months when he reaches India. అతడు ఇండియాకు చేరుకున్నప్పుడు అప్పటికే 6 నెలలుగా అతడు ప్రపంచ యాత్ర చేస్తూనే ఉంటాడు. లాస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, షీ విల్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ సింగింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ సాంగ్స్. ఆమె రకరకాల పాటలు పాడుతూనే ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడు? ఫర్ ఎ లాంగ్ టైమ్ వెన్ హీ జాయిన్స్ హర్. అతడు ఆమెను జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు అప్పటికే ఆమె చాలా టైమ్గా ఆమె రకరకాల పాటలు పాడుతూనే ఉంటుంది. సో ప్లీజ్ కీప్ ఆల్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దీస్ సెంటెన్సెస్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్ అండ్ లెర్న్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. రైట్, నౌ లెట్స్ గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్. Some more examples are given here. We shall have been learning English for 5 months when we go to England. మేము ఇంగ్లాండ్కు వెళ్ళేటప్పటికి అప్పటికే 5 నెలలుగా మేము ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకుంటూనే ఉంటాము. దట్ ఈస్ ద తెలుగు మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, రైట్? అండ్ దే విల్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ కన్స్ట్రక్టింగ్ ద బ్రిడ్జ్ ఫర్ 8 months వెన్ ద మాన్సూన్స్ స్టార్ట్. మాన్సూన్స్ స్టార్ట్ అయినప్పుడు అప్పటికే 8 months 8 నెలలుగా వాళ్ళు బ్రిడ్జిని కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. రైట్. We shall have been living in the rented house for 4 years when we construct our own house. మేము మా సొంత ఇల్లును నిర్మించుకున్నప్పుడు అప్పటికే 4 సంవత్సరాలుగా మేము రెంటెడ్ ఇంట్లో నివసిస్తూనే ఉంటాము. I will have been teaching English for 3 years when I get promoted as a senior lecturer. నేను సీనియర్ లెక్చరర్గా ప్రమోట్ చేయబడినప్పుడు అప్పటికే 3 సంవత్సరాలుగా I will have been teaching English. నేను ఇంగ్లీష్ బోధిస్తూనే ఉంటాను. It is also most often used with time expressions like for plus period of time, next year, by 2021, by 5 o'clock, etc. These are the time expressions. I have just given you some examples. Okay, please, with the time expressions like this, we use generally the future perfect continuous tense. Come on, how? Let us see that. I will have been waiting here for 3 hours by 7 o'clock. 7 గంటల సమయం అప్పటికి 3 గంటలుగా నేను ఇక్కడ వెయిట్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటాను. అండ్ దెన్ కమ్స్, ఓకే, ఐ హ్యావ్ యూజ్డ్ I will have, ఓకే, I shall have also because I will have. By 2024 లోపల I will have been living in London for 16 years. లండన్లో నేను 16 ఏళ్లుగా నివసిస్తూనే ఉంటాను. బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ డిసెంబర్ 2023 డిసెంబర్లోగా, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? I will have been teaching English for 20 years. నేను 20 ఏళ్లుగా ఇంగ్లీష్ బోధిస్తూనే ఉంటాను. సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. బై నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ I will have been working here for 4 years. నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్లోగా నేను ఇక్కడ 4 సంవత్సరాలుగా పనిచేస్తూనే ఉంటాను. ఓకే, అండ్ హియర్ బై ద టైమ్ I come at 6:30 PM. నేను 6:30 PMకి వచ్చేసరికి will you have been practicing tennis? నేను 6:30కి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి నువ్వు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటావా టెన్నిస్ని? సంథింగ్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటావా? రైట్. దే విల్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ ద బ్రిడ్జ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళు బ్రిడ్జ్ని రిపేర్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. దే బిగిన్ రిపేరింగ్ ద బ్రిడ్జ్. They will keep continuing that work, continuing, and they will keep continuing that bridge construction throughout the next year వారు బ్రిడ్జ్ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. Dear students and test takers, I hope you have understood this topic thoroughly well, and I hope you don't have any problem. And if you have any problem, please mention it in the comment section. Okay, if at all you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with your near and dear ones. Okay, with another beautiful video on tenses only, that is the sequence of tenses. That's a very, very important topic for the competitive examinations. So with that video, with that topic, I'm going to come to you very shortly. Until then, see you all. Bye.